It's time to prepare you for the future.
Let's talk about that.
Hi, this is Zeke, and that's Adler, and we're from Missouri. Good mythical morning.
Good mythical morning. What's happening, people? How you feeling? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling excellently. I'm feeling excellently.
I'm glad you're here. You can respond. They cannot respond, but I am imagining that they also are saying that they are feeling excellently.
That is the correct term, by the way, because I'm doing the feeling, and the feeling is
It's an adverb.
I'm doing it excellently.
Very good with
You know
the-
why? Because last night I had dinner with a famous person.
Now, I've got the scoop on this because
James T. Kirk.
I heard on Facebook, through the Facebook,
Yep.
your wife's Facebook, which if you want to befriend Rhett's wife on Facebook, her name and I don't think we should do that.
Don't do that.
No, let's not do that. She doesn't accept your friend requests
She won't.
anyway.
People have tried.
I don't think. But I did hear through the Facebook grapevine, meaning my wife, that there was a William Shatner. You ate dinner with William Shatner?
Well, he was at the same restaurant with me, and we were both eating. He was a few tables
That's
away.
not the same thing.
I mean, technically,
You were at the same restaurant.
Technically, we had dinner together. It may not be in the colloquial sense of having dinner at the same table.
What restaurant was this? What is it? Fancy restaurant?
No, it's Take a Bow. Take a Bow in Studio City.
You have your kids with you?
Yeah.
Did he have his kids with him?
He had his granddaughter. She was in his lap.
Really?
Let me tell you how I knew it was
Pointy
him.
ears?
I mean, no, that's Leonard Nimoy, and he
Was
doesn't-
he there?
No, and he doesn't have pointy ears in real life. But here's how I knew it was him, because he was in disguise a little bit. He had a trucker hat on and like this jacket, and
You knew it was him because he didn't want you to think it was him.
I knew it was him because I heard him speaking, and he has his voice really. I can't really do a William Shatner.
I would like to order.
It really projected across.
An appetizer.
He was 3 tables
That's
away,
why.
and it was projecting. It's not anything like him. It was projecting across the. And I was eating there, with the family, and I was like, there's somebody who sounds familiar, like a very familiar voice piercing through the restaurant noise. And then I spy him, and I'm like, that's a William Shatner. Just eating at a restaurant.
This is pretty big.
Yeah.
He had on a trucker hat?
Yeah, a trucker hat.
So what did he say to you?
Well, I'm not like you. So I don't interrupt celebrity dinners, and I don't just...
Feel free to rephrase that as, I'm not as great as you.
I don't just go up and say, hey, can I get a picture? I'm just not one of those guys. I'm sorry. I want him to just enjoy himself and his take-a-bow dinner. In fact, they were...
You had a chance to speak to Captain Kirk.
That's selfish, man.
You didn't do it.
I care more about William Shatner than you do. Because I just want to enjoy his presence and his voice and his trucker hat and let him enjoy his dinner and his life with his kids and
Okay,
his...
yeah, he was with the grandkids. Okay, that's fair enough.
But let me tell you, I did hear him. He's a nice man because when he got up to leave, the busboy came up and he was like, he stood up. Now he's a rotund guy. Have you seen? He's really putting on the weight.
He's been off the ship for a while.
He hasn't been fighting aliens for years now, so
Right.
he's been eating a lot of take-a-bows, buns. It's like Korean stuff,
Oh, okay.
He was like, that was delicious. That was delicious. They told the busboy that. I was like, he's a good guy.
Busboy just cleans up, William.
Okay.
He didn't prepare the food.
That took longer than I expected, but it is exciting. Speaking of the future...
Did you take a photo?
No, I'm not that... You're that guy. I'm not that guy.
Well, that's why I need to be with you.
Okay.
I should have been there.
So, speaking of the future, Link, I have a little bit of time here to prepare you for the future, and I looked at a couple of articles and I pieced together some information. These are pieces of technology that are going to happen in the years to come. And here's the deal: I don't want you, because you're my friend, and I don't want you because you're the mythical beast, to be an embarrassment for all of us. You don't need to be overly amazed by new technology because it kind of makes you look stupid. Like, okay, when you go to the Best Buy, or even better, back in the day, the Circuit City, and you go in there and they've got the new 3D TVs and you put the glasses on and you're looking at them and you start making noises like, ooh, like that. You kind of sound like a monkey.
Now, just to clarify, yeah, I would have gone up to William Shatner and harassed him, but I would never make those kind of noises with 3D glasses on in public.
There are people who do that.
Meaning you.
Yeah. And so I'm saying that if you know what's coming in the future, when it happens...
You can be cool about it.
Yeah, you're like, of course, yes. I knew that this was going to happen.
All right, so this is be cool about stuff because you already know about it.
In 2014, there's going to be a 1 terabyte SD memory card. This is because of Moore's Law. It's basically inevitable. You'll have a
They're going to make a law about it?
Well, Moore's law.
SD cards got to be huge in the future.
And so you're going to be able to take a lot of pictures. A lot of pictures.
But no, or just the same amount of huger pictures. That's how it works. You don't really take more pictures. You just take huger ones.
Well, they're not going to get that big. 2016, space tourism will hit the mainstream. There's a few companies working on this. You may have heard about this. But
the mainstream.
By 2016, you'll be able to pay $10K.
$10,000
to just go on a day trip to space. You going?
It still sounds expensive. I would never do that.
You could take your 1 terabyte SD card and film the whole thing. Film the whole time.
$10,000. I would do it for $4,000. So what year is that going to happen?
Probably, I'm going to say 2018.
Okay.
So 2018, we're going to the moon.
All right. That's not,
right here.
that's
Shake
not
my
far
hand,
from
man.
here. Oh, I thought you were gesturing to the moon.
Shake my hand. Let's go. Me and you will go to the moon by 2018, and we'll take a 2 terabyte SD card. And we will make sure to take our sunscreen pill before we go, because there will be a sunscreen pill that replaces sunscreen that you apply to yourself.
Whoa.
You just take a pill.
Is it prescription?
It'll be OTC. You know what that means?
Yeah. Only the creation.
Nope. It's over the
That
counter.
didn't even make sense.
Okay. Also in
Worth a shot.
2016.
You can take a pill, and you don't have to slather anything on you. I hate slathering stuff on me.
The woolly mammoth will come back. We talked about this on a previous episode, but
Where's he been?
That project has specifically actually started now. There's funding for it, and they are beginning the research in Japan.
The Kickstarter campaign came through.
Nope. By I think it was Indiegogo.
Yep.
2016, they're going to be able to figure all out the stuff they pulled from the permafrost, and they're going to have a woolly mammoth. So you'll be able to go to the zoo, and you'll get to see a hairy elephant.
Never happen.
You don't think that's going to... Okay.
Well, you're right. It'll be a hairy elephant. It will not be a woolly mammoth. It just will never happen. It's when pigs are cloned.
Faith.
When sheep are cloned, that's when it'll happen.
2017, there's going to be a portable laser pen that can seal wounds. So if we get into some sort of accident or I accidentally cut you when I'm mad at you, you'll be able to pull out a little laser pen and seal yourself up.
Oh, you cut me, huh? You think that matters? Well, laser pen. It sounds more painful to heal it than it does to receive it.
Well, it probably will be painful, but it'll be life-saving.
Laser pen.
In 2020... there's going to be injury-proof cars. And this comes in especially helpful for people like you who can't drive very well.
And can't afford a laser pen.
Yeah, right. So not only are there going to be cars that is very difficult to crash because of all these radar and sonar and things, but there's going to be, once you're in the crash, it's going to be virtually impossible to get seriously injured.
I mean, we're
By
talking
2020.
airbags? I mean, I still don't get it.
Listen, I'm not the scientist. I'm just telling you, I'm just the messenger.
Will the car not run out of gas? Because that's what I really need.
Well, there will be a fusion reactor in France by 2019, so maybe you can have a fusion-powered car.
A fusion-powered car or a laser pen.
But here's the thing that I really want to talk about is what's going to happen with phones. Okay, right now we've got you and I. We've got the iPhone with the little touch screen. Everybody's got a phone with a touch screen, even though like a few years ago people were like, "You can't type an email on the touch screen. That's why I use my BlackBerry, because I can push the individual buttons."
It's tactile.
And that's clearly better technology.
It's tactile. Yeah, I can feel when the button is being pressed.
How good is BlackBerry doing now, people? Huh?
Actually, we're doing okay. We're still doing okay.
We have quite a corner on the market for
On the
48-year-old, out of touch males.
Tactile people.
So everyone uses a touchscreen now, but there are people out there who are saying, and what's next? In 20 years from now, are you going to be sitting here touching your iPhone screen and moving things around like this? No, there's going to be something new. And the main thing that's going to happen is the way that we interact with the phone and what the phone itself is.
Meaning you're not going to touch it?
You're not gonna. You're gonna have the option to touch it, but most of all, what you're gonna do is your phone is gonna basically be the computer that you have with you at all times, through which you do all computing that you might do. There's not gonna be any reason to have a phone and then go and sit down at your laptop. What you're gonna do is you're gonna have a phone that might be like a medallion. You love to wear medallions.
I love freaking medallions.
Yeah, or a pendant. You love to wear a pendant.
I have a medallion on now, but it's got something personal on it, so I've got it under my
A
t-shirt.
picture of me. So basically, you'll have like a medallion somewhere, or it might be a hat. You might be like, my phone is my hat, or your glasses or something. And when you come in proximity to different interfaces, like a display, it will then communicate with that display. So it's like you would come in here to the office and you would open up your display. It would probably be a flexible display of some kind. And you would begin to interact with the display with your voice and your hands. And so you'll be sitting there and you'll be having a conversation with somebody and you'll be checking your email and directing traffic at the same time. And you're interacting with this thing. And then, in a couple years later, people are going to be like, why are we wearing this as a medallion? This should be directly connected to my brainstem. And there are people already working on this, trying to figure out, right here in the back, right here, like Matrix style, there's going to be a way to get right there into your brain.
We predicted that in our Dead iPod song.
We did.
You listen to music on this? You mean when you were a kid, you didn't have music uploaded directly to your brain?
Well, hold on. Before you spin the wheel, I want to know what you're thinking about this, because this is, this is the future.
I'll tell you while I'm spinning the wheel. People are complaining about how I spin the wheel. Why don't you come here and spin the wheel? Thank you very much. What do I think about this? I think I appreciate it. I think I learned something. I'm intrigued by the sunscreen pill. Other than that, pretty bored.
Here's the deal. When I show up one day with a medallion phone, I don't want you to make fun of me. I want you to I want it to be totally expected.
Yeah, I'll play it cool. Be like, yeah, of course. Medallion. We almost hit the black one. Rhett, color, commentates, Link.
Welcome to the end of Good Mythical Morning here on this bright day. We've got a sort of a weird looking guy over here. He's making some weird hand motions. I don't know what he's doing. Some sort of wax on, wax off. Now he's typing. Oh, it looks like he's controlling a computer from the future, or a phone. He's got a medallion. This is his whole life. It's right here on this medallion. If he loses this, which he's prone to, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Okay, now he's stepping on the announcer. Not sure what he's going for here. It might be a little inappropriate.
You can do that because I'm still doing Tybo.